Hey, that's right. On Sinful Sunday, the Void is back. and we couldn't be more pleased to give you your metal fix for the week. It's been a minute. So, yeah, I was filming last night. The goddamn program was fantastic, but we just couldn't fit it all in one night. Plus, I think all y'all demons and addicts were pretty hammered after the show. So we thought we'd give you another day to sin. But most importantly, happy Mother's Day to all the wonderful mothers out there, whether you have babies of your own or step babies and even fur babies. I think I got everything politically correct there.
Special Mother's Day shout out to Mama Hendrix.
That's right. And special shout out to Reaper's mom, wherever she may be in the afterlife.
Special Mother's Day shout out there.
Hell yeah. And man, we got some good stuff for you guys this week. Trying to catch up a little bit because I know most of y'all have to do that unfortunate drive to start the work week tomorrow. So let's end this weekend with a fucking bang. And before we get into all this madness, let's take a quick commercial break to our brothers at Horror Struck Hot Sauce. Hotter than hell. That's right. If you got the pencho for horror and also love to make that meat sing, make sure you get some of that Horror Struck Hot Sauce. Go over to horrorstruckhotsauce.com. All brand new flavors, especially for the coming of summer. And don't forget that creature feature jerky. Make you want to slap your mama. All righty then. Just checked good old Facebook, and we are only streaming currently on Black Flame Entertainment's page. So this is the time to share this shit out anywhere and everywhere. There is a metal lover, a metal mama, even. Because I know we still have some wonderful metalheads that are really good moms doing their thing, tough as hell, and taking care of their family. So I'm just going to go ahead and share that to the Reaper page. We are live right now, so that way we can get some our Facebook peeps on here as well.
Absolutely. Share it to the metal mamas. That's how I discovered heavy metal, was through my mama.
I got lucky. I discovered metal from the oddest of people, but from my dad. Because he had the Black Sabbath "We Sold Our Souls for Rock and Roll" double vinyl, and he wasn't even a fan.
Really?
He wasn't even a fan. He was more like Led Zeppelin. He liked Kiss a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, as soon as I heard Iron Man, I was hooked forever.
Oh, I bet. I discovered it through.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't worry. If it does go off, no worries at all. But I always like to say, just in case it does go out, you always have your phone.
Absolutely.
It's one of the few luxuries I think we get for having all this phone and net business now.
I think
if it was 30 years ago, I don't know what the fuck we would have done.
We'd be having this podcast through landline phones. That's what it would be.
Right, or through a group chat.
Yeah. One of the it'll be like you just see Reapers on Reapers active, Crows active, and it's just us typing.
It's like, we can't see you, but we see what you're. Oh, you are on your
You're
phone
on your
right
phone.
now.
Okay.
Oh, well, unholy bless you, sir. Appreciate that. Again, I just shared it to the Reaper page, and all of you should share from the Black Flame Entertainment Facebook page as well. That way, people know that it's still being shown, so they can be part of the fun. So last night, actually, on the thank you, Kyler. I appreciate you so much, brother.
Thank you, Kyler.
Last night kind of dropped the bomb a little early, but of course I had to get brother Crow Hendrix's opinion on this as well. I think this is one of the most self-induced, self-destructing things that a rock star of over 40 years could possibly do to themselves and didn't think that this would happen. So it's been said, especially in the news this week, they're not even metal, which is why I think maybe they're just laughing. They're just like, hard rock guys getting in trouble. But the frontman, Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, made the mistake of telling a true story in his latest memoir, I'd say a few years back. About a underage situation.
Yeah.
There's really no reason to go into detail about it because most people do know. But and to his dismay, I guess he just thought it was going to go away, but it didn't, and is now going to trial. Somebody is actually pushing this through. And what do you think about that?
It's I honestly think when he was coming up with that memoir, when he was writing it, I'm sure he thought it was going to be like, oh, this is for laughs or something like that. Like, oh, it's no big deal. It happened once. A
wacky story from the 70s.
That's not how the world works today, Stephen. You know, and
right?
That's not how it worked even back then either. You know, but
well, that and like I said before, like. You know, we talked about how him and Youngblood just did that duet together.
Yeah, I know.
Was, huge for Aerosmith, getting them back into the spotlight. Mm-hmm. And here we go. Guess who's going to disappear again?
Yeah, and disappear, I'm sure, for a good amount of time, because it's just like...
Yeah, I mean, if he's found guilty,
when...
I can only imagine.
When he wrote that memoir, I'm sure someone edited it or read it before, so someone had to greenlight it, had to.
Which is even freakier.
Yeah, because,
they're like, hey, maybe you shouldn't write this.
Because that had to go through the publisher because the publisher has editors. How many people do you think got eyes on this before it was released to the public?
For real, or because I mean that he could have like even claimed that I'm so old that I don't remember anything about that.
Or he was so strung out on drugs back then.
He really was at that.
And
time.
He was that. I mean, look at the time. Yeah, most celebrities want to stay relevant, but overshare, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's like where does the sharing and stories, the road stories, where does it stop?
Yeah, there has to. You got to draw a line somewhere because you could incriminate yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But the fucked up part that I thought the most was the fact that fans, obviously the keyboard warriors, took to some of these posts going, but what about statute of limitations? Mm-hmm. And good, these, doesn't matter what kind of big star you are, if you did something terrible or heinous like that, you should pay. It was like everyone was divided.
Yeah, and it's, even though, there is statute of limitations on things, if it has just come to light, what it's like that. Does that sort of even follow the statute anymore? You know what I mean?
And the fact that he was taking this girl everywhere on tour,
Mhm.
It's like
It wasn't like a
there's
one
only
thing,
one
it was a
place.
consistent, you know,
Yeah,
thing.
there's only one place to get a statute of limitations, and it's whatever it is in the state that she was born in,
Yes,
her
and
former residence.
yeah, absolutely. And it's not like, as I said, it's not wasn't if it was consistent with the same girl, then it's like, it's not it wasn't like he was like so strung out on drugs or something to where he just forgot. He was very quote, had a clear mind on himself to keep
No,
bringing
I
her
mean
with him.
he was freaky as fuck. He's like, give me custody of her.
Yeah. That's exactly.
So talk about shooting yourself in the foot. You wouldn't see a metal guy do that.
No.
Well, maybe Kip Winger.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother story. Because I'm sure, and like we said last night, I'm sure a lot of these guys from the 80s and the late 70s there all are guilty of something because it keeps coming to light. Even if it takes this long. And before, victims were always like, I really shouldn't say anything because everyone else is getting slapped down. Like they won't do anything about it. They won't hold nobody accountable.
It's
Well,
all a snowball effect because everybody gets
yeah.
It's not
So
like Steven Tyler is the only one, because then it's like, well, then this guy did this or this girl did this, and then it's like, then it's a snowball effect where everybody gets taken down.
I agree with Lizzie on this for sure.
Laws there need to be changed.
They do, and in some states they are.
Yes,
you know what I mean. So,
and then Morty says her parents should also take some blame with them. So,
absolutely,
yeah, absolutely, because their daughter was telling them where she was going, that she was with Steven Tyler, and
damn Skippy.
Because if she just disappears for months on end, that's not going to raise a red flag, And,
I think, yeah. I mean, I think obviously the parents are, should be held accountable as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I bet you he's like, I'm fucking rich. I have X amount of dollars I'll give you. Sign your rights to me. You know what I mean? That's probably what he did too, because he was like 20 something back in those days.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure he, you already know he paid off the parents,
of course he did. What parent? I mean, unless they were pieces of shit, what parents would actually sign their kid over to a rock star if there wasn't something in it for them?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it was a friend of mine that we were talking, I forget which singer we were talking about, but it was same sort of thing. He paid the parents, he paid them X amount of dollars over the course of several years, and it was to keep their mouth shut. It's
unfucking real to me. Just absolutely unreal. It's crazy.
But you already know when you also got to wonder, do you think he kept that story in there to sell his book? You know what I mean? To get,
in some ways, I think he did think that fans would get a kick out of that.
Yeah, like,
for whatever reason.
It would be like someone tells them,
what's up, Josh? Good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, brother. But, I'm sure he was like, oh, well, then this person will tell this person they'll buy my book or they'll listen to it.
Well, first of all, people are going to buy his book anyway.
Absolutely.
Because he's fucking Steven Tyler. They wanted all the dirt. Well, he gave it to him.
Yeah, absolutely he did. Now, and with that, it's so funny. A buddy of mine and I, at first, when all this stuff came out with Steven about with that girl, he was like, oh, I wonder if that's where Love in an Elevator came into play. And I'm like, now I'm like, maybe.
Well, why wouldn't he write about, dude looks like a lady?
Dude looks like a lady. Yeah.
Because obviously he had some sort of encounter that didn't work out.
Now they say, I remember hearing about that. It was another bandmate. I don't remember which band, but he was in a bar and he saw him from behind and was flirting with him, thinking he was. And I was with the 80s hair rock, and he thought it was a lady, and he spun around and it was a dude. So it was dude looks like a lady.
Yeah. Maybe,
but I'm sure there's also some an encounter we're not hearing about, you know.
Unreal.
Absolutely.
Good to see everybody out there on Sinful Sunday. Some really cool news. We talked about the fact that Jason Newsted was about to go on tour and doing their first headlining tour.
Yes.
And now we know why it took so long for this to happen. It is everywhere. I'm sure you know this, but as of 3 weeks ago, he is cancer free.
That's amazing.
He was suffering from throat cancer, which is not an easy thing to beat.
Oh, not at all.
And, you know, let's hope that, you know, I mean, we've seen Eddie Van Halen go from that, you know, similar cancer.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got a clean bill of health and, you know, good for him, man.
Absolutely. And I'm sure. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm sure when he was given the diagnosis that he was free, I would have done the same thing. Let's go on tour. You know, let's celebrate.
Well, yeah, let's do this thing. Let's go full bore, because
I'm sure it gave him a wake up call, like, you know,
a wake up call, and like, you know,
it gave him a.
I have a new lease on life.
Yeah, absolutely, because this isn't an easy cancer. Well, any cancer isn't easy to beat, but especially throat cancer, you know. And if you're in the line of work,
that's fucking huge.
Yeah, if you're in the line of work like these guys are, your throat, your vocals, it's, you know, if you're a singer, it's everything, you know.
Exactly.
So to beat this, you are. I do the same thing. You get a new lease. You get a second chance, you know.
Definitely.
And this is, you know, I am excited to see how he's going to sound live, you know, because I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, to mention, we haven't even. I haven't heard his new band, so that's something maybe we all should check out. Because I'm sure it's got to be heavier than Metallica.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
He's like, I'm free of Metallica. Now I'm free of cancer. Let's go shred.
Yeah. I'm sure he's going to throw in jokes about the residency too, you know, about having the residency. And, you know, they're there and I'm out here on the road again, you know.
Exactly. But the only difference is the fact that they're like, their net worth is fucking ridiculous.
It is
compared to his, I'm sure, because who knows what kind of deal, you know, for the albums or streams or whatever, because you got to remember he's part of 4 or 5 of their records.
Yes. And
so I certainly hope that old Newsted is getting paid for that.
Oh, absolutely. I hope he's getting some royalties off of that, you know.
Right? Oh shit. Josh says, dude looks like a lady came from long nights of I don't know what the fuck I did last night. Yeah, or who he did. But apparently he did know. That's why he wrote.
That's why he wrote the memoir. that's why, you know. At least we got the song before we got the memoir.
Right? Brother Josh, I will be there in epic fashion on June 13th. Nothing's stopping me.
This is going to be a great premiere.
Fuck yeah, it is, man. We're going to light that shit up in epic fashion.
Oh, absolutely. You know we got to raise hell.
All right, let's see what's next on the shit fiesta. Well, actually, it's another really awesome thing. I'm not sure if we've talked about this yet or not, but Typo Negative drummer has officially unearthed an unreleased song that should have been on October Rust, and they are moving forward with releasing it.
Wow.
So we can definitely expect to see that. I haven't quite seen anything yet on a target date for release. So my suggestion to all you demons out there, if you are a Typo Negative fan, which I'm sure you all are, definitely follow the Typo Negative page
Oh,
on Facebook, Instagram. That's the easiest way to get it.
yeah.
And they've been doing a fuck ton of interviews lately too.
Yeah,
So
I've
the
noticed that.
surviving members.
Mhm.
So you can get all the details and
Yeah.
prepare for the awesome. Because let's face it, October Rust was like their largest album
It was. Mhm. And
So
with
I know I'm curious.
me too, and, you know, with it being unreleased, and especially from October Rust, I'm like, "This is good." I'm excited. I'm really excited because I was thinking I was actually talking with a friend the other day about Typo Negative, and we were like, how do you think Peter would be today if he were alive with everything going on today? You know what I mean?
Right.
You know,
To answer your question real quick, Josh, I will be coming alone. My plus one is busy, busy, busy. So it'll just be moi.
it'll still be
Oh,
great to see you out there, Reaper. It will be great.
oh, fuck yeah, man. You know, we got it. We don't, you know, tomorrow's not promised.
Oh, absolutely.
And any time we get an opportunity to, you know, all come together, I say we take it, you know,
Absolutely.
as long as it's in the cards, hell yeah. I, you know, plan on trying to do a lot of things.
My to the premiere, I'm just wondering about, am I going to do paint, you know, or a half face or something, you know?
Yeah. I'm kind of leaving that up to Josh. If Josh wants
Yeah.
the creeper will be there in creeper form.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm trying to see if this is a new one or not. I can barely see it. Nope, this is a new one. At the Gates debut at number. Let this sink in, everybody out there in the Black Flame universe. #1 record in Sweden with The Ghost of Future Dead. I had a feeling for quite some time when you know, we were hearing that At the Gates was about to have a new record. I knew it was going to be good, but fucking #1 though.
I know.
Woo! That's heavy.
Very heavy. It's, you know, that's just like when I saw that, I was like, I was taken back. I was like, wow, you know.
Oh yeah, man. And it just got released as of May 8th. So just this past week.
Yeah. It's 2 days ago.
Literally
2 days ago. I mean, you know, but that's a quick jump, and congrats, you know, absolutely. You know.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Let's see if they have it, because I would love to at least play one track. Okay, we're skipping.
Real quick, I saw Josh's comment. He said, "We will love the soundtrack. It is metal as hell."
Oh fuck yeah!
That's
Let's see here.
And he also said, "Our appearances are up to us."
Oh, okay.
All right.
I mean, I pretty much promote however I was in the
okay. Yeah.
The film, you know. But I mean, I could do either one. I think it would be fun if we did do our makeups, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I think that would be cool because then we could do like the makeup pictures together. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And I'm excited. Like as I said, my parents, my sister are coming out. You know, they're gonna. You know, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, it'll be stellar.
Absolutely.
Nice. All right. Well, I think we should take a little bit of a listen here to one of the tracks off the latest record for At the Gates. And of course, they have a shit ton of shit here. But I think we're going to take a listen to A Ritual of Waste. Now, prepare for the heavy, because At the Gates is bringing it hard.
Imagine being able to build a map with your name on it.
give a
just by
shit.
thinking about it.
Don't give a
Meet
fuck.
Base
See you later.
44.
Bye. There. I love the fact that they are keeping plastic thrash alive.
Absolutely.
All right. If that didn't wet y'all's palate, I don't know what will. If you are a thrash fan, man, At the Gates brings it. I like I love the tonality of the singer.
Oh yeah.
It's not doing like gutturals, it's not doing highs. It's traditional thrash vocals.
It is.
And for a lot of you guys out there, depending upon if you grew up in that era, or even let's say a fan of bands like Testament, that's what it's like. You know, I just don't want to throw Anthrax into that conversation because I just never really put them on much of a pedestal. But Creator even.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
And the thing that I think that makes At the Gates different from any other thrash act out there is they are playing some difficult runs, man. The guitars, holy shit.
Yes.
There's a lot of different runs in there, and they do a lot of dissonance, which is another really cool thing. Yes. And the drums are punishing.
They are, and you get that right off the bat,
Yeah,
right off the bat with those
it's
drums.
raw. It's not just, how many fucking double kicks we can do in the span of a minute. It's not really, it's not really like that. It's kind of keeping that traditional thrash flow. So the album, go ahead.
No, and that's what I enjoy about it. It's that traditional thrash metal sound, and it's like it comes right at you, but it's, as you said, it's not the double kicks, it's great, and
hell yeah. So definitely put that on your Spotify queue or however the fuck you get your music these days. And let's just kind of jump into it because this week was huge.
It was.
Oh my God. So, I mean, let's go ahead and start with the Black Veil Brides. Their new album is Vindicate. Were you much of a fan of the Black Veil Brides?
Yes, actually. It's funny. That was one of the bands Mama Hendrix and I bonded over was Black Veil Brides. And,
how sweet is that?
And see, that was, I remember just, when you scroll through YouTube, you see suggested videos and stuff like that. And it was the video for Coffin, for their song Coffin. And I did get to see them live 2 years ago.
Nice.
He's actually doing a lot more growling live, which surprised me, because how it started off with like they had the goth emo punk look, and they said when they started off it was more of a Kiss look inspired by Kiss, and then now he's doing a lot of growling, especially live, which is.
But is he keeping the same look though?
He is. So what I don't know if you've seen the new music video they dropped. But he is keeping the same look. He's cut, his hair was super long when he started, and it was long like Gene Simmons hair. That's how long it was. But he cut. Yes, thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. And but he's cut his hair, slicked it back. But he is keeping the same sort of style that he started out with, just evolving it a little bit because he has been doing. He did a song inspired by Sweeney Todd back 2 years ago. And
well, that's a great dark
It,
musical
it
to
is, and it's a great song. It's called Bleeders, and the music video is great. And,
damn.
but I my Mama Hendrix and I are pretty big fans, so we're excited for this album.
Right on. Um, I will be completely honest. I was never. I'm not a fan of their older stuff. So I'm actually, kind of looking forward to hearing now that you've said
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That it seems like maybe they're taking a little bit of a harder edge because they are still classified as hard rock.
Yes, and like with their last album, The Phantom Tomorrow, it was harder than their last couple albums, which I enjoyed a lot more. And again, nothing wrong with the older music, but I personally really enjoyed The Phantom Tomorrow over the older albums because I like that heavier sound, the guitars, drums, and his voice with the growling,
Mm-hmm.
But
now, do you think the core fans dig it, or do you see a difference, or do you see newer fans?
I actually have been seeing a lot of newer fans come in because when he was touring, when I last saw him, he was with a band that was doing a lot of growling and screaming, and I forget the name of the band because he wasn't opening for them. He was like the headline band. Mm-hmm. But a lot of the bands that were before him were screamo, growling, and like they were doing.
Yeah, I just couldn't get with that.
And that's and like because the one band that opened for him or opened before them, I ended up just walking because I was like I couldn't get into it.
It's like you're whining, my life is shit, and I'm at the edge of my rope. It's like every single band in that subgenre, pretty much singing about the same thing. It's like, where's the originality? Where's the creativeness? Is it a contest of who is sadder?
I know. Yes, thank you. And it's just like because when I was there, I was like, this guy that was singing, it was. And he was like he was heavily inspired by TX2, and I cannot get behind TX. That's just a personal thing because the screamo thing I can't, but but Black Veil Brides is sort of taking a newer direction with the growling, and I've been seeing some newer fans, which is cool.
That is good. That is cool because I don't know. To me, it's like they'll always have their core fans, but being able to cross over and grab some of the heavier listeners, I think only helps to propel the band into a new, era of their career.
Absolutely.
And, when we talk about bands trying to be relevant after, they've had a couple of big records and then they had some flops or they've been around for 10 years. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's not like every band that was ever big at one time has had a career that has lasted as long as a Black Sabbath or a Metallica or a Slayer even.
Yeah.
And of course, anything that Down, Pantera, any band that Phil has been in, it's hard.
It is.
To keep that relevancy and be like, oh, people are excited about the new stuff that's coming out instead of those that would say, just play stuff off the first record, damn it.
Yeah. And I think that's why Andy Black started doing the growling was because he wanted to tap into a new sound of that he could do, because he did it with some stuff before because he did a cover of Rebel Yell back a few years ago.
And, wow.
And he actually did a really, and I know, that's a
hefty song to try to reimagine.
He did it because I don't know if he's ever recorded it for an album, but I know he's done it live. I got to hear it live, and he did more of a growling version of Rebel Yell.
Interesting,
which sounded really good, surprisingly. Because when I was like, Rebel Yell, that's a hard song to cover,
It's a staple song too. So it's like if you fuck it up, people are gonna boo you off.
They are,
stage.
and
I love me some Billy Idol. I'm not afraid to admit it.
they're gonna, they could love you for years. They're gonna boo you off the stage if you
Fuck
mess that
yeah.
one up.
They're gonna be like, you just murdered a very popular song by one of, the all-time, greats of rock.
Absolutely.
And just as a side note for everybody out there in the Black Flame universe, the I Almost Killed Billy Idol documentary is on Hulu. And I know a bunch of you have Hulu. Most people do. So it's free. And when I tell you, what a fucking documentary, because visually and taking you all the way through, his career to the present. I mean, they did a fantastic job.
They did.
So if you were a fan and always wanted to know, well, what was Billy's life like? Where'd he come from and shit? I think you would dig it, because one of and this is relevant to Black Veil Brides too, because when Billy first got into the punk scene, because his family was middle class, which means they had money, right?
Yeah.
He was looked at as a poser in the scene. And if you could imagine what that would have been like back in the late 70s, oh, brutal, especially with the Sex Pistols.
Oh yeah.
And of course, igniting the fact that they were on a talk show. They were on a talk show with, this, and this is on TV. This is in every household, right? And Johnny Rotten says the F word on TV, and it didn't bleep out.
Yeah, no. With what you were saying about Sex Pistols, it made me think. And my sister, okay, for context, she goes to Wayne State in Detroit, Wayne State University. And her one professor, he was in New York, and this was about 6 months before Sid Vicious passed away.
Oh, wow.
Sex Pistols played across the street from him, and you could see them for $5. He didn't go. And I told him, I said, I got an instant migraine. and I said to him,
for $5.
And I told him, and it was at this punk bar across the street. It was a punk bar. And I said, what was he doing that was more important? Reading.
Fuck your reading. Get over there to see this.
I literally, I told my sister, I had to sit down. I was like, it's. I was like,
yeah, that's one of those moments where you like got to slap somebody up the side of the head. And why are you being stupid?
Yeah, and he was like, who's Sid Vicious? And it was, and 6 months later he passed away. And he's like, oh, I should have gone. I'm like, yeah, you should have.
Oh my goodness.
I literally, that was the first.
That's one of those all-time faux pas, right?
I know, absolutely. That was the first thing I did when I met her professor. Hi, nice to meet you. Why didn't you go see Sex Pistols?
That's hilarious. Absolutely. Oh, that's the wrong one. Aaron said, "Thunderclap just scared me so bad it made my brown eye wink."
Wow.
So sorry to hear that, brother. We are keeping the positivity for you. Cradle of Love by Billy Idol off the Ford Fairlane soundtrack is badass.
It is.
As a matter of fact, it was that album that single-handedly put him back in #1 status.
It definitely.
That was a whole new Billy Idol because he had unfortunately had an album that didn't do so well. And that one was called Cyberpunks.
Yeah.
Which there you'll find out the reason why he put that out. It's linked to a movie that never happened, which is really sucky. So if you want to catch the story there, watch the Billy Idol documentary for sure. Let's see here. Speaking of news, I wonder if Slayer might record. And by the way, good evening, sir. Always good to see you, Matt. I haven't heard any chatter about the possibility of a record. What Slayer has been showing us is when the money's right,
yep,
and we're at the top billing of the show, guess what? We're gonna come out of retirement for the 12,000th fucking time, and play a show because my daughter needs a new ride. She's got her eye on this Mercedes, and well, who am I to That's fucked
She wants
up,
a new
man.
ride the royalties aren't covering.
It's like shit. Oh, it's purple. I wanted red. Better go do another concert.
Go do another show. Man, these royalties aren't paying for that new ride.
Right. You're so right, Morty. Show me the money. Seriously, that's what it seems like. I mean, especially for Kerry King, he made so much fucking money off of just doing those few shows, doing the what was it, Rain and Blood album, front to back.
Mm-hmm.
They got paid so much fucking money.
So much money.
He's like, oh yeah, what solo project? I don't have one anymore. And I told you that his bandmates were probably going to be like,
yep,
it's over.
Exactly how they were. So it's so far it is just he's the only original out in that show.
Seriously, him and Tom Araya are the only original guys.
Yeah.
But you know what? Kudos to Gary Holt, the guitar guru, for still playing with them and keeping Exodus on their epic run right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's what's going on as far as I know with Slayer. If they do a new record, well, I just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom's voice seems to be holding up, but the older they get.
Yeah.
But here's another thing that Slayer's running into also. And we were just talking about the Black Veil Brides, right? Mm-hmm. And when it comes to fans going, I just want to hear South of Heaven, Rain and Blood, Angel of Death, War Ensemble. What? You got new music? I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man.
That's what fans go, because like when fans go to the concert, like you can play new music, but they're gonna go here. They want to hear the greatest hits.
Exactly. It's literally somebody going out, the equivalent of going out and getting the best of edition.
Absolutely. Because like I saw like an example, like Rob Zombie, even though he released the new album, all his songs were still the greatest ones. He threw in a couple ones from the new album, but it's all just been his greatest hits. Living Dead Girl, Super Beast, all these great songs,
Yeah, well, the good thing about Rob, though, is on the latest album, he realized I got to go back to the original formula.
That's why I love that album. It's the original.
Fuck yeah. It's like old classic Rob, and that's what we love. Mm-hmm. But I do want to make sure that we do hear a little bit of the Black Veil Brides Vindicate album. And let me see.
When we hit the pothole. I was worried we'd be.
We're going to check this out.
I feel the rage begin, boiling in my blood with all my pride and sin. Vindication always starts within.
Blast beating? What?
They say that we are born believing, and then they take your soul to steal you. I can feel.
Oh, well, anyone that's against organized religion, I'm in.
I feel lost and loud. Everything you say, another sacred vow.
Oh, yeah, that. There are some. Did they get a new drummer?
They did. Yes.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Mm-hmm. and he's been doing the growling more towards like the breakdown middle part of the songs, but he's been they did get a new drummer. So
I was gonna say, because the drumming that's being done there is classic deathcore drumming. That's Lorna Shore style drumming.
Yes. And that's why
I already liked it that much more. So.
And that's why they've been getting so many new fans, is new drummer, new sound,
It makes a huge difference. You know what, Matt? I think we're all
We're
kind of
all waiting
curious
for it.
for this new Slipknot record. So, and the fact that somebody, what was it? I think we did that article where somebody was able to take a peek at the new record because it was the
Yes.
vinyl.
Mhm.
But from what we're hearing, though, it's pretty fucking good. So,
Yeah.
when it's officially released, yeah, we can definitely check that shit out.
Oh yeah.
Aaron said, been driving all night. A devil by my side. I used to call him Jekyll. Now I call him Hyde. Yeah. Josh says, Indonesia seems to be a new place that heavy metal has been brought to the forefront, and I am all about it. Long live metal. Yeah. Some of our foreign countries, their laws are getting a little bit relaxed now, and that's why we are seeing such new bands coming from some of those countries. That we did a segment on that, I think about a year ago, that there are bands that are so fucking good, but we won't ever hear about them because they can't really let their government know that they're a band. Because, you know, they have laws against, well, you can't talk about the devil. You can't talk about this or that. Otherwise, you're going to jail for 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, who the fuck wants to do that?
I know. And like,
all right, brother. Thanks for joining, Matt. Appreciate you.
I was looking, I think it was on Instagram. I forget where it was, but it wasn't here. It was in a different country. And there was, I kid you not, it was when the laws were getting more lax and that they had a tent the size of a small house, and it was lined with band merch. And it was Acid Bath, Cannibal Corpse, Cradle of Filth. They had all these amazing shirts, CDs, flags. And
they got it all.
And the line went all the way to this outer city limits. The line was that long. And it was like, you know, metal is it's making its way into these countries, you know.
Well, you know what, and it's kind of true what they say. Europe has been carrying the torch of metal for, I'd say, probably the last 15 years. If it wasn't for some of those European bands, man, metal might have lost a stutter step because for a minute, it seemed like American metal was just kind of like
idle, just, you know, just going.
Yeah, just the legends putting out crap. I mean, except for Ozzy, of course.
Except for Ozzy, yeah.
Ozzy was still putting good shit.
Ozzy was still carrying that torch for us, you know. And
Manson did too, even through the fucked up phase of his career.
Yeah.
Because
let's doing a bunch of covers during that point, you know.
Heaven Upside Down was a fantastic record.
Absolutely.
For him. It's like he was just coming back strong and what?
Yep.
Well, I guess we're going to put you down for a minute.
Yep.
Oh, man. Let's see. Let's do another one. Dark Throne has come out with prehistoric metal. Now, I think this is I don't know if it's a compilation of all their stuff. I know that we mentioned this before, but it's now officially out. Dark Throne, prehistoric metal. I love the cover work for the Black Veil Brides too.
Yes. They've been getting better with the cover art, it seems, because when they did their one single for Bleeders, the cover album looked a lot better than some of the other albums. And
sure,
because the one video he did a metal version of for Bleeders, and he's like laying down and he's doing like these different poses, but around him is a sea of blades, so which was really cool. A circle of blades and razor blades and stuff. And it was actually really cool imagery, and they were going to use it for one of the album variant covers. So
it's kind of cool to have that too, because people dig that shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. even if you don't know the band, some people get, or their first impression is that album cover, is that album art, you know.
So this is a brand new record. So I was wrong about that. I might have been thinking about one of the other bands, but this new Dark Throne album, they said is well, at least what's been said about it. They did so great with It Beckons Us All, which we covered back in 2024 on Tracks of the Damned. So here is their first record since then, and it's everything you want it to be and more. It's been described as 8 tracks of primal epics and gargantuan riffs with organic sound and the ever-present permeating spirit of the 70s and 80s.
Ooh, okay.
So this is more like doom and like straight ahead, just fucking metal. So let's check out at least one track off of this and see what they're raving about. As soon as this stupid ass thing is over,
This Mother's Day.
and goodbye. There we go. I love the straight ahead.
Yes.
It's raw. The guitars are not over distorted.
Yes.
Honestly, it doesn't even sound like layered tracks either.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, who doesn't like the dinosaur?
Yeah.
You know, and there's another word that I have for this type of metal. And it's basically satanic rock.
Yeah.
It's Dark Throne. It is satanic rock, and motherfucker, it rocks. I love it. Well,
Right
we
at the
did a minute. So if you haven't checked out Dark Throne yet, you need to.
Absolutely. Right at the beginning, it hooks you, you know, right at the beginning.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of some of those, like they said, keeping that spirit of the 80s,
Yes.
where like that first track hits, they hit a big open chord, and they're just like, shh.
Right.
I was like, oh, yeah, we're about to get fucking punched in the nose. Speaking of punched in the nose, oh,
I know where you're going with this.
poor Alex. Oh, man. Well, you know, you got to give it to a guy who is trying to fix himself from always being afraid of things to fighting those fears head on. And win or lose, he loves the experience of it.
Oh, yeah.
He won over way more fans. All the shit talkers saying, oh, Alex ain't shit. Alex ain't shit. They weren't booing him or nothing. They were inspired at the fact that he was able to accept defeat, still kill it on stage at the same time. I mean, that's impressive.
It is. I remember seeing the video of the performance of that
He
night.
still went 3 rounds. It
He
wasn't
did,
like
yeah.
a knockout.
And just when I saw that, I was like, you know, if you are inspired by this guy with what he's doing, like, then I don't know what, you know, because, you know, he's the one of the examples that it's like he is doing something, or, you know, you should do, you know, what you want to do in life, what you want to achieve. Because
Right.
you saw him come, you know, from the ground up, essentially, you know.
For sure. Let's see. Josh says, question of the day. What movie is better than Detroit Rock City or Rock and Roll High School? I would have to say, oh my goodness, what's the I can see the movie poster, I can see the people. It was the movie that was about the 70s. where these two kids growing up. The boy was just getting to be a high school freshman. Fucking Ben Affleck was in it too. It was one of his early roles.
I know what you're talking about, but yeah, name escapes me. But yeah.
Damn. I'll get back to you on that, Josh. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Dazed and Confused. That's what it was called. Okay. Because you had Sabbath in there.
Mm-hmm.
You had Zeppelin in there.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Shit. That soundtrack alone was fucking amazeballs.
Absolutely.
It was Dazed and Confused. Yep, that's the one. That's the one I say that beats those two films. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Dazed and Confused. Can't be that. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I misunderstood the question. He was asking Detroit Rock City or Rock and Roll High School. I would say Detroit Rock City on that.
Detroit Rock City. Mm-hmm. You got to go with that one.
I would go with that one.
Mm-hmm. I would too.
Almost Famous, Aaron. Yeah, that was a good one too. I ain't taking nothing away from that. Shit. I think there was one more thing. Yes, we have one more item of news for you. Now, mind you, hopefully we've inspired you to want to check out some of the new releases that you just heard. Actually, we have two more items. I just realized that. So I got one more new release, and it's from a legendary fucking band. And yeah, they're not heavy, but damn it, attitude as ever. I have always loved that band, and we'll talk about that in a second. But so, as you remember, a wonderful singer who fronted probably one of the best female-fronted power. I can't really call them power metal. Well, maybe you can. But Alyssa Whiteglass, who in fact was the former lead singer of Arch Enemy for the past 10 years, left. And the first bit of news that we have gotten about her is that she was working on a solo project, something that she was, going to create herself. And then what do we see just about a week ago? She is now fronting a new band. You want to tell them which band that is, Crow?
The name escapes me at the moment. I just
shit.
Yes, but I
was trying to get off the hook, thinking
no, you're good. But I saw it because I just saw her. I saw her name, and I was trying to read it, but then my editor called, and I wasn't able to get back to the article. But no,
Dragon Force,
and when I saw she was
holy fucking shit.
When I saw the headline for that, because I am gonna read the article but I saw that headline and same reaction. Holy shit,
I'm sitting here going, okay, you were gonna do this solo project, which everybody was interested in. It's like, okay, cool. And then turns right the fuck around and joins Dragon Force.
I know. This is
the fastest, most technical speed metal band out there.
I know. And it's just
He's playing with Herman.
Can you imagine the live show for that? Can you imagine the live shows for those?
Bro, that's got to be some sick shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
imagine
that actually for real makes me want to see the band.
Me too.
Because, I mean, was I mesmerized by Through the Fire and Flames? Sure. Mm-hmm. But I didn't care for the singer.
Yeah. You read my mind with that.
So now you have a gal that can do melodic vocals and scream her ass off. Yeah. I think this is going to up Dragon Force's game and then some.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you imagine how the pit's going to be at those shows? Oh,
it's going to be fucking nuts.
It is. It's gonna be great. I can't wait to see it. Because it'll be new. They're gonna.
Oh
be
yeah, it's
new
gonna.
videos, new everything. It's just gonna
I
be
mean-
full force from the get go. Pedal to the metal with that.
Holy fuck! So it'll be very interesting. Keep following our pages, Reapers Underground, Black Flame Entertainment, to keep up on that building story.
Absolutely.
And we'll keep you up to date on when we get a first look at this. So to close out for this evening, you guys have been fucking amazing as always. There is a band that has, it's crazy how long their career has been. And they're a very specific kind of a style. You can classify it in a lot of different ways, but one is rockabilly. Two is it kind of fits, with a punk rock attitude and style also. Maybe even a little bit of early hardcore feel. This band still, being led by, what's his name? Mike, son of a bitch. Hold on. I hate it. I've been out in the sun all day filming, and my brain is like, oh, done.
Been a busy week. That's why I wasn't able to get to the Dragon Force article.
Oh my goodness. Mike Ness. There we go. At least I had his first name. Damn it. But Mike Ness has always been a driving force for this band, still leading it through all the trials and tribulations. And a lot of bands like that had come from that era. Drugs was a big thing.
Yes.
And the fact that, he has now been clean and sober for a pretty good amount of time, and they're back. They're back with a new album. Give me one fast second. No, that was the wrong one. Hold on. It went away on me. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's see. The new
I have to read
Social
this
Distortion.
He says they filmed Days down here, and he says, all right.
Yeah, right. Now, the new album from Social Distortion. Whether you're a fan or not, I mean, like I said, still going, still bringing us those good field jams. And this one's called Born to Kill. This just came out on the 8th. So that was this Friday.
Mhm.
And it says marking their first album in 15 years. And what did they do on this record? This is gonna crack you up. Anybody remember a artist by the name of Chris Isaac? So in true Social Distortion fashion, they have done a cover of Chris Isaac's fucking Wicked Game. And we've seen Wicked Game get covered by Typo Negative inspired band October Noir, and that was really fucking cool because it was like vampire love,
Yes.
But let's see here. Social. Most people know the band as they've always referred to them as Social D. Let me see here. Wicked Game. Bam. Yep, there it is right there. So I think we owe it to ourselves to hear this version, because I don't think we've ever heard a rockabilly style version of this song. So yeah, let's check this one out. Hopefully no commercials. Damn it. See, I can't even, at least they're not speaking.
If I were him, I'd bundle my home and auto and pick up the real victory. Savings.
There. This is interesting already.
Yep.
Like I said, man, that classic fucking rockabilly sound.
The world was on fire, no one could save me but you.
Oh yeah, that's all. That's Mike Ness there.
Straight desire can make foolish lovers do. And I never dreamed that I'd love somebody like
I never
you.
dreamed that they would cover this song.
I never dreamed that I'd lose somebody like you. No,
Oh, he nailed it. Oh, dude, I'm in
Wow.
love already. That was.
I already
got
know what
little
I'm.
demon goose pimples
Yes,
on my
me too.
arms. What?
I already now. I'm going into. I just found I am gonna go into work tomorrow with a low speaker.
There you go. So there's a taste. If some of you out there in the Black Flame universe haven't gotten down with social, and this is your entrance, or fucking, first time you're hearing them, that was pretty fucking killer.
It was, and he hit that note.
He hit that note. I'm sitting here going, dude's old, man. Okay.
As
That
it
was
was leading up to
fucking
it, I
cool.
was like, as it was leading up, I'm like, is he gonna hit it? And he did.
I was thinking he was gonna go,
Me
like
too.
do one of those like punk yells,
Yeah, but it sounded
But
really
he
good.
didn't. That was really good.
It was.
I think the song that most people know them by is I Was Wrong.
Yes. Mhm. Yes, absolutely.
So definitely, hopefully, like I said before, we have inspired you all to get out there, check some of these new records out. I really loved the diversity that we had on the show tonight, because we gave you a bunch of different genres.
Oh,
We
yeah.
had thrash, we had satanic rock, and
We
then
had a little bit of
fucking rockabilly. I mean, what other show are you gonna get that from?
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
one.
And it all comes down to the voice.
It all comes. We all must jump into that hole to all the heavy goodness. Because as we have said since day one, damn, it's almost been 4 years for this show now. Well, I mean, granted, we just changed it to the Void, but been doing metal, rock, and all that.
Yeah.
It's almost been 4 years, and I'm loving this. I'm loving the diversity
Me too.
that we can bring you. Because if one band doesn't strike you, one of the other ones might. Sometimes these are bands that you've forgotten about,
Absolutely.
because bands nowadays take breaks.
They do.
They don't fucking do a new album every year. Like, let's say maybe even 15, 20 years ago, they used to be that way.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, what are you putting out this year? No. So, yeah, definitely check out Social Distortion's new one, Born to Kill. And, of course, Dark Throne and At the Gates. Those are great releases. I'm excited to see what comes out this week.
Me too.
Because those were some heavy hitters there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What? He
That-
says, without cheating, can you tell me what was Billy Bob Thornton's first film ever?
He said, and it had metal music in it.
Yeah. I never really I'm going to be completely honest with you. I never even heard of Billy Bob Thornton until he was married to what's her name?
Angelina
Brad
Jolie.
Pitt's wife.
Oh, Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie, when they were married.
And
that was the first time I ever heard of that.
The only I know I've seen him in other films, but
I have too, like later
is Bad Santa.
Well, of course, we all know that one.
Yeah.
Oh, so he did
Proper Chicks and Zombie Town.
Okay.
Okay.
I may have to check that out just to see what it's like. Let's see. Aaron says, I know I'm wrong
Tombstone.
because my first memory of him is Tombstone.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could see him being in that now, but no, I didn't know he did a semi-horror flick.
I didn't know that either. And you know that I'm always looking.
Oh no, where did Crow go? Come back, sir. Come back.
But I'm always looking for
there he is. Did I freeze or did you freeze?
It said it looked like I was still going on my end. So
it looked like it was still fuck.
Yeah.
As long as nobody else caught that, then never mind all that business.
Yeah. Well, Josh says we will like it from the team of Troma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, that means he worked with Lloyd in his heyday then.
Oh, yeah.
Which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We love Uncle Lloyd. We love you.
Hope to meet Uncle Lloyd one day. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Kurt
yes.
Piss out of him in Tombstone. I remember now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that was a full-on fucking you up, dude.
It was.
Well, guys, it has been a fantastic Sinful Sunday on the Void. And great fucking releases. Steven Tyler, good luck, buddy. Give your wife a severance package or give it to your daughter. I don't know.
Maybe not your daughter.
Maybe not your daughter, man. Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely awesome. You can definitely catch us again next Saturday, regular time. That's right. It's going to be 8:00 on Saturday, right before the goddamn program, which for everyone that tuned in last night, boy, was that fucking fun.
It was.
We were rolling. Even Brother Crow was like there for a while. And he was enjoying some of that shit too.
I was. I was right there alongside you pre-gaming with it too. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, dude. That first fucking story that I told, I mean, we were like riffing on that thing for almost an hour. So if you want to catch the highlights, catch the playback. And thank you to all of our international viewers that tuned in tonight as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Canada was with us and a few others. So, we appreciate the support no matter where you are in the world. You are supporting us and we love you for that. And man, don't think fucking twice about the fact that the work week is starting and you have to see those people you don't want to see. Man, give the boss the finger and just do you, be you for yourself. Love who you are.
Absolutely.
And real quick, Josh says, if it'll pop up, I'm not sure why it didn't. Hello. There we go. I'm going to be on NC-17 this week. I'm not sure what day, but the moment that I know, I will definitely spread that like wildfire across all the socials. So hopefully you all want to tune in. We're going to talk the contract.
That's going to be wicked.
So we're going to have a good time with that. And oh yeah, he says I work alone. But for those of you that don't, you only get one life to live. Live it for you and nobody fucking else.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, we serve no masters. We serve ourselves, and you need to be living your best life. enjoy the great indulgence of life, and always stay heavy.
Thank you for joining us on Rebirth Underground. Stay tuned for more from Black Flame Entertainment.